Hey y'all, Luna popping in. Thank you so much for visiting my page or my channel wherever we are connecting. I appreciate you for being here. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so that we may remain connected. I wanted to take the time to address that I'm sure there are still some questions that people may have regarding my temporary exit from the nomad van life. And I want to address just a few of them at this time or provide a little more information for you guys because, yes, my health is and always will be my number one priority. And I am going through some minor bumps in the road with uh, with a few things, but it's nothing serious. But it needs attention, and I haven't given my body the attention it needs, my health, the attention that it needs in this past year while I was living the nomad life. And I think it's been a little bit to my detriment, but I still wouldn't trade the experience. The timing behind me beginning the nomad life and the reasoning, the circumstances, all that is a huge factor. And I kind of had to put some things on the back burner. And unfortunately, my health was one of them. But I'm just no longer going to do that. I'm in a better space, physically, mentally, spiritually, and I'm in a better housing condition at the moment, more stable where I can take the necessary time to focus on my health. The last time I was in Quartzsite, which was my last time camping, and I was hoping to start the new year, the new season on the road, I had another technical issue with the same piece of equipment that I already had replaced, which took me off the road in uh, November. And I had to wait for it to be replaced. I finally got it replaced, and it was the holidays. I was just letting the holidays uh, play out, and then I was going to go back to the road full time. And as soon as I got back out into Quartzsite, I had another issue with that same piece of equipment causing it was malfunctioning, and I didn't understand what was going on. But then I sat and took the time to meditate on it. And I honestly thought, I said in one of my videos, it's like the universe is trying to tell me something. And I believe that. I do believe that. I believe the universe works in mysterious ways. And sometimes when you're not listening or hearing, shit will be shut down. And I think that's what happened in my case because I needed attention to medical issues that I was pushing to the back, pushing to the side. I'll get to it, I'll get to it, I'll get to it. And things were getting a little bit out of control. And my equipment malfunctioned again, forcing me off the back off of the out of the campground. I mean, I had to pack up in a day within hours. It was the fastest pack I've ever done because I didn't want to be out there at night. That particular campground, my last campground I was at, had really, really gnarly terrain, and I didn't want to try to traverse it at night. Then I began to have, and not began, then I realized that my vehicle needed some maintenance, some repairs that I just didn't have the money for. The tires, one of my tires needed to be replaced. And I know in one video I said uh, $300. And that was way more than that. That tire was huge. It was about $500 for the one tire. And um, it was something else it needed brakes. The brakes were shot, and I needed front brakes, and they were an estimate of $600. So I was already looking at $1,000 minimum repair that I needed for my vehicle, and then I would have needed another oil change. It was time for an oil change. So I'm looking at a whole, an entire disability check worth of repairs which I needed for my van. And there was just no way I could make sense of it. I just didn't have the money for it. I didn't know what to do. Like I said, I was living really by the skin of my teeth anyway, just trying to survive paying the car note and the insurance and living off of the remaining $350, trying to feed myself, pay for gas, feed the animals, and gas for the generator, gas for the car, and the van only got 11 miles per hour or per gallon, you know. So it was just really tight. And once I got hit with the maintenance, I just felt like I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to take a break. You know, I don't believe it was negative juju or anything like. I don't believe that. I believe I wasn't paying enough attention, and the universe kind of had to make me. You know what I mean? And and I also just had to realize that that first year, my first year was survival. It was about me surviving after the end of my marriage, being evicted, being homeless. That was a survival year. I did what I had to do to survive. I learned a lot. I enjoyed a lot. But I know I need more. I need better accommodations and equipment and things of that nature. So I really think it was time for me to step back, let this van go, so I would be able to save money in order to get a vehicle that would better suit me. So that's what I did. I relinquished my vehicle, a self repossession, and I'm trying a new chapter. I'm not trying a new chapter, I'm beginning a new chapter in this journey. I'm rebuilding my life after divorce. I'm rebuilding my life after divorce and eviction as a chronically ill person. So it's a lot. I'll say it with my last breath that I'm super proud of what I did for this past year, but I was just barely surviving. And now I need to thrive. And in order for me to do that, I had to make some sacrifices and stop doing what I wanted to do and focus on what I needed to do. And I needed to be free of the weight of the debt of the vehicle. But I know it's going to throw me into my credit into a roar. But it's just credit. I say that all the time. I'm not going to be a slave to the system. And why didn't you just trade in your car? Because they won't rent, they won't lease me. I won't get financed for a vehicle because of my disability. They want you. My income is not large enough, and my financial institution that or not the financial institution, the car dealership, they fudged the numbers in order for me to be approved for the loan, and I wasn't aware of that initially. I found out eventually when they called me and said, "Oh, by the way, if the bank calls and asks you how much you make, tell them this." It was double than what I get in my income. So they lied in order for me to even be to qualify for finance. So it's almost like I was set up to fail, but I didn't fail. I just realized that this wasn't beneficial to me, so I let it go. But there's a lot more about this that I will share. I intend to go live within the next couple of days. I like to put the video out so people can watch it and see if they're interested in coming to the live. So when I do go live, they'll know what the conversation is about. So until we meet again, I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate your support. Peace, love, and blessings. Luna out.